Hello and welcome back to Pace Immigration, paceimmigration.com, joined once again by travel advisor and travel expert Judith Coates from Wired for Travel. You can find her at wiredfortravel.com. Judith, it's great to see you.
Yeah, hi Sean. It's really great to see you again too.
Yeah, it's been a while, which is maybe a good thing in the sense that we're not providing a lot of, emergency updates or something like that. But we do have an update today to talk about, which is actually quite important. Go into it with what's going on down in the U.S. Coming up in the next week or so.
Yeah, so the U.S. just announced that they are ending their COVID-19 restrictions for requiring people to be vaccinated and show their vaccination status when they cross the border. So that is really quite huge. We were waiting for that for a long time to happen, and they were kind of dragging their heels, but now they finally announced it's going to happen.
Right, and it's not just international air travelers, is it? You were mentioning something before we came on camera about people driving to the border and maybe getting a surprise.
Yeah, so even driving across the borders, they were a little bit more lax driving, but it wasn't a guaranteed thing that you could get across. But now going both ways into the U.S. or coming from the U.S. into Canada.
Right. It's interesting. We put up a poll earlier today on lawyer Andy Semichuk's LinkedIn feed, and it's getting some votes. And one of the responses there was, did you think it had already happened? A lot of people assumed that the vaccine requirement was gone, but it wasn't.
It wasn't, no. I think because they had said they were going to be lifting it, I think people just assumed that it was already lifted.
Okay, I thought it would be good too. So that covers the U.S. and they're at the bottom of this list. But I thought it would be interesting to take a look around the world just to see what's going on in the rest of the world when it comes to this stuff. Give us some of these highlights here, Judith.
Yeah, so if you are going to be, like say, for example, going into the Philippines, you're still required to show a negative COVID test when you arrive. So they're one of the countries that still requires that. But a lot of, I would say probably 85–90% of the countries internationally have lifted those requirements.
Right. New Zealand and Canada. It's interesting. New Zealand and Canada were pretty hardcore about vaccine and testing and stuff, but they got rid of that completely a few months ago, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, China and Hong Kong, of course, just because of some of the outbreaks that they've had, they still are doing screening as well.
Okay. If people want to contact you to find out the latest, if they want to stay up to date on these travel advisories to make sure where they're going and they have the right stuff, how should they contact you?
Yeah, well, you can go to my website, wiredfortravel.com, and contact me through the website. Or if you've already made travel plans, contact your travel advisor. And just before you leave, make sure you get the latest requirements.
Okay. And just so it's not all business, Judith, I know you're always going somewhere. You're always making me jealous. Where are you going next?
Oh, okay. Well, I just got back from Cancun this week, and I'm leaving again at the end of May, but that's going to actually be a vacation. My last trip last week was a conference, but the last week of May, I'm going to be away there on vacation. So really looking forward to that.
A vacation from your vacation. Yes.
No.
You're always traveling. It's always great to hear from you. I wish you the best of travels. We'll be talking again soon about any travel advisories that come up. Judith Coates at wiredfortravel.com. Thanks a lot for joining us.
For sure. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Bye-bye.